Alright, tubes. Let's put this backing plate and flywheel on so we can get this thing finished. Alright, let me show you where it goes. Let me turn this up for you for a second, because you're not going to be able to see. Alright, see this little doohickey sticking out right here? Let me zoom you in, maybe you can see it better. This little doohickey right here. Okay. That's going to meet up with this little indentation right here. Okay. So I just wanted you to see that, because you're not going to see it when I go to put it on. Your back is off here. Okay. Let me put you back down the way you were. Get this out of the way. All right. Bring you in a little better. Slide you back, huh? How's that? Is that right? All right. Okay. Take our back plate and slip it on. Should just slide on there. Now I got to look in the back. Okay. Here's that tang I was telling you. That goes way around the bottom. Okay. You can't see it, but believe me. All right, we got it on. Okay. You know what I just noticed? We're missing the screw that goes on here. Let me shut you down and get that. All right, I got that screw. Let me show you there. That screw there, that tightens it up. Okay, that's live TV tubes. That's what happens. Let's put this back on again and go where we're at. All right. I got it on there. That's where it goes. It's over that little titty or whatever you want to call it. Okay. You can crank down on this now. That's going to hold our. That's going to keep our flywheel on the machine here. Okay. Next step is the cam. All right. Now this is very, very important. I can't emphasize this enough. Let me bring this down. Let it focus in. All right. Now you see there's writing. Focus in there. There's writing on one side here. That's the part number. And then up here is an arrow. All right. Now none of that means nothing. All it means is it's got to go on the outside. There's no markings on the back. And if you put this on backwards, your engine isn't going to run. So just make sure the writing, the arrow, and all that stuff is visible when you put it on. All right, let's come back down. Okay. Now that you got a keyway here. Let me turn it up here. And matter of fact, I'm going to put a little drop of oil on it, just to make it a little easier. Okay. And that just goes on. Wet my hands here. Okay, you got a keyway there, and you can either put it on now or put it on later. But here's another thing you got to make sure. You see it's pointed. It's actually got an angle on it. One side's flat, one side's angled. Okay. The angled part goes on the bottom, goes on the crankshaft. I've seen them, and it points towards the engine. I've seen them where they're all messed up and they're not even close. You know, I mean, the thing is, and that's soft metal. You know, they get all bent and everything. So let me stick this on here. Figures. Okay. All right. Here's now where we want to adjust the points. Let me turn you up here. Okay. You want 20 thousandths. Make sure your gauge is clean, so you're not wiping any oil on that. Let me bring this down so you can see. I'll slide this back here a little bit. Okay, you want to turn, I don't know if you can see it here, you want to turn that lobe until you're on a fat part of the lobe. Right now we're on a low spot. So Let me try and kick this in place here. Okay. All right, we're on a fat spot or a lobe. Now, check the gap. That looks a little tight. So you just want to turn this screw, loosen it up a little bit, and widen your points. That looks a little too much. It's a little too much here. Okay, that looks perfect. It's right where we want it. It looks pretty big from up there. It looks pretty big on the camera, but down here on Earth, it's perfect. Fits right in there. Little tight, but that's just the spring tension. Okay, tighten up on that, and then check it again because sometimes they move. Okay, that's perfect. All right, let me put this back down. Now, let's get the flywheel. All right, let me pull this around so the keyway is up top. There we go. That just makes it easier to line up and stuff. Okay. Okay, it's on there. Feels pretty good too. Okay. Oh, you know what? I don't know why I do that. Road King, what the hell's wrong with you? Alright, we forgot the thrust washer. I'm going to put the thrust washer on there. See, it's a little wobbly looking, but that's where it's supposed to be, and then it's got a keyway. Okay, that goes on. Then your flywheel. Okay. I'm paying more attention to the camera than I am to this. Alright, now turn you on your side so you can see this. Back is down a little again. Okay, now you got the pulley. Now this is a D shape here, and that just fits on there thusly. And then you get the washer, and then your nut. There you go. And then you just crank it on. A 3/4 wrench. And then you should just about be even on the end there. Alright, here we go. Alright, well that's it. We're all together. Next time you see this engine, we're going to be trying to start it. Alright, we'll see you then.